Greetings and welcome to another episode of the Reconnect Podcast TV Show. Today we have the distinguished guest, Motjopi Molise. Greetings and welcome to the podcast.
Greetings, Nade.
For batho ba sa o tsebeng re ka kala pele ka hore re kwekela ka educational background ya hao lo rena o la holela hokae. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, jwale ka so nhlabisitseng that my name is Motjopi Molise. I'm from Roma, Hamama. Duma dithabeng, ha duma fela ena le batho. Batho bana ke bana. Ke holetse Roma, and then I attended my primary at Roma Primary School up until 1993. From there I joined Christ the King High School. From 94 up until 98, and then I went to Center for Accounting Studies 2000 up until 2004. From there I attended some short courses on entrepreneurship, labor relations. Yeah, that's me.
Motho a kgale ke ha So, why did you begin your career? Like, career housing, school, decide hustle business here and there, kapa, household kitty if
Okay. Career yaka actually started at home. My father was a farmer, so I used to assist him with my brother. So that's where my career started, and then that's where I saw some challenges my father met. And mostly I always say challenges are high challenges then he didn't know where to take the products to. So the inspiration whereby I thought I need to assist my father create some certain platform at least then he can bring his produce platform on either the supermarket or just the shop. So from there, Motulana ba di shop nyane le di mikuku and stuff like that. Henze ke school up until ke centering, the same was happening, and then I started a business with a friend in the Master the Way. Master the Way in the business and shop nyane. The pharmacy, the paraffin stations, so that was a sideline business. But my career it started 2004 Hansekele school. Then my lecturer, seeing I'm very interested in business, she asked me to apply Woolworths, and there was a post there, admin manager. So I applied and I got the job, and I was admin manager from 2004 to 2005. And then from there, 2005 I resigned. I joined briefly PSI, account assistant. And then leading I think I took 4 months. Yeah, also the opportunity store manager Mr. Price. So I got the call to attend the interview, and then I did. I got the job. So I resigned PSI. I joined Mr. Price as a store manager at Cash in 2005. So it's amazing that Mr. Price na go itelele up until lo bula ka Pioneer, and then 2015 I went to Velcom as a senior store manager. My HR Sutumona doing the store visit. She was very impressed with my store presentation. Then she said, no, Lesotho is very small for me. So she took me to Velcom. I worked as a senior store manager. It's a regional Free State. To my regional manager. So we're doing the store openings, the disciplinary hearings, the store presentation throughout the Free State. Unfortunately, due to my family commitments, I had to come back. Originally, contract 4 years. I had to come back prior. Then 2017 end, I had to come back home. Then 2018, now I was foreseeing Mr. Price Cash and Mr. Price Pioneer. But I really got bored. And fortunately, while I was still in Velcom, there was a call for me to apply through these agencies. So I did. Then Hasekirili Sutumona, they called me and told me, oh, there's a position at Game Store. And then I joined, I applied, and then I got the job as a senior store manager there too, 2018. Then I worked 2018, originally that said, I mastered the way as a company, the shop and stuff like that. And then, 2023, in fact, between 2018 and 2023, I was also assisting my regional manager through SADC. So since manager can be online, so I was responsible for all the sales managers SADC region. So in general, we can at the store too. But 2023, I felt like I've done it all. I feel like I need to start my own supermarket. And that idea, I needed to help my father with the platform to have a store, accommodate the local products. So now, compounded by the skills that I have accumulated throughout the years, and I felt like I'm ready to scale myself into the ownership of supermarket in Greenkak. Then I started Denied Supermarket 2023.
So the company Master Away, is it still operational?
Still operational. It's a operational. Haholo fela. Happy tamane. Renana pharmacy. It's some small, not even small, a lot of paraffin stations.
Is it apartment?
Yeah, it's apartment. But we are currently selling it because now I think we wanted to grow big, but sometimes when you are big, the expenses are high for you. So we want to streamline now, strategize and focus on certain things. So we want to little bit go out of the property. So we are currently in the process of selling the house in Velgomo, and then we'll expand into pharmacy more. So Master the Way is still there. Master the Way has got shares Kahara Delight Supermarket.
Can you ask for the Genia Delight Supermarket? While I was reading your Facebook post the other day, you needed a capital of about 10 million, like, and how shall landscape so to organization that
Okay. So Delight Supermarket, like I said, Hantikeli game, I felt like I've seen it all. I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready to start my own supermarket. And then Jan 2023, I started drafting the business plan. So while I was drafting the business plan, I realized if I want to include the fixtures, the inventory, and all other things that might be needed, the systems and whatsoever, the business plan showed me with the place that I had in mind, at that particular moment. I realized that, and the place was about 800 square meters. So with that and all the calculations, I realized that we will need the capital of 10 million to fully have a fully fledged supermarket. And then unfortunately now I went to the close friends because I didn't have that much money. Now I met the friends, I did the business concept presentation, they bought my idea, but we didn't have that, we didn't manage to accumulate 10 million, but we were very close to justify the opening of the store. So we were about 8 people, and then we started. But the way we started, we thought, okay, fine, since now we are not going to start fully fledged, we will have to cut certain department. For instance, on the business plan, the idea was to include the butchery, was to include the bakery and dairy. So we realized we won't afford to start with butchery, we won't afford to start with bakery. We'd rather have a small department, is a bakery, some small scones and stuff like that. In terms of butchery, we thought, okay, fine, we'll have the fridge, we'll outsource dinama. Then stable, those departments. Yeah.
So how long has it been in operational Delight?
So Delight started 29th of November. So from 2023 we are saying we are heading to 3 years now. Yeah.
So looking at retail industry ka naha Lesotho, ho hlokomela le hore ha se Basotho ba bangata ba kgonang to participate scaling se hodimo. Some people have tried, and every we have the likes of Fine Richie, Kanale, Zeding Happe, licensed supermarket, but retailing, Rwana, and Zedifil. O Kanahana, the challenges for Copana, that's when I get the thing, Lohore, Banazo Copana, so I get the thing, Willohana, who defeat.
Okay. Yeah, retailing and the keepers, I'm like, I mean, Lesotho is predominantly in foreign stores mostly. And I've been wondering why. I remember when I was growing up in fairways.
Yeah.
So they are no longer there. And I've been trying to understand now why Husseina the supermarket Ghana. But as I was working at this retail giants, the international, I realized retail, it's like a small margin. It doesn't have a lot of margin. So with that small margin, you have to be highly skilled. You have to ensure that you follow all the processes that retail, because once you blink, the business fall. So once you scale up, now you buy competition in international retail stores, whereby they highly follow the international standards. And Rona Haimona, we always like to, we enjoy having your own business. But now the minute you want to grow it, now it doesn't need you every day, because now you have to strategize. So how can I also be into the business every day? Now there are a lot of loopholes, because most of the case, you understand? Once you step out of the business, the business there's some problems. And those who see they're not even here, but the businesses are running because they have a system that is repeatable. One store here, the other store there, the other, because there is a repeatable system. You are to some of that scale, of which we have any experience of that. So every minute, most of people are trying to scale, But the minute you try to scale, so it's a shop sharp, then you want to do another shop somewhere. That shop is not going to run efficiently because you are not there and you don't even have proper systems. Take that business to run without you. Hence why, if you follow all my posts, I started the consultancy called Maps Consulting. Maps Consulting is Motjopi All Business Solutions. So I realized, but the minute about to scale, it's quite a challenge. So Maps Consulting, consulting firm, to sign the business, we implement the processes and system that to run without you.
So what's your vision about dealership market? Do you want it to scale locally, beyond local, international?
Okay. The ultimate is to go beyond local, but we won't talk about going beyond local while we are still struggling to sustain local. So my first idea is delight supermarket is scale but that idea again cannot just materialize through the profits that one unit. We are at the process at the moment in the strategizer to partner with some strategic partners that are to scale. What we more know as delight LED is just a unit. It is sort of a pilot. We want to implement the systems, we want to do this. Once we are comfortable that all those systems that we implement they are working, then we can repeat whatever that we have done wherever that we want to go. Then we are busy negotiating with strategic partners that are amohela kopo ya rona, of which is quite promising. So I think we've got a nice reception in terms of the stakeholders that like our idea.
So how do you balance family because also in business with like on a consultancy like how do you work for
I want to accept and admit to say it's very challenging. Like on one of my posts, I mentioned that at one point I was working as managing director at Delight, at the same time working as a chief executive officer at Mountain Kingdom Drops. Wow. And then there was another opportunity that I was considering to take. So I realized I'm not going to be able to do all these other things. Hence, I came up with the idea Maps Consulting again to say, if I have certain firm, consultancy to all these other units, it will help me, or even other multi-sectors that business it to so I can be all over representative via Maps Consulting. So that's how I try to strategize my presence in the business in Zengat. As it comes to the family, it's quite tricky again, and but I become intentional about it. Intentional in that I go with my son to Misa school every morning. So between Rukwa school, I switch off my phone for me to talk with him because I don't have a lot of time. Like I give that 15 minutes just to engage with him. So those are the things that like intentional. My other daughter, high school, two daughters, I have to say at least once a week, at least every second day, something like that. But those are the things that are only intentional about.
So all the experiences are done le hoe o ona le lebana o ka re ho people out there in terms of choosing their careers, the careers also looking at high unemployment rate karana ha Lesotho, like kana gongwe also le thata hore motho a follow a passion or a attend to you menyetla e leng teng go yona.
Yeah, it's quite tricky. You follow your passion. If your passion is not making you live, but do all what it can. I remember the other person Roma school. Una fotse line ya mana kusisa hore. Right? And then that person decided to I want him and ultimately I had law and he's the best lawyer at the moment. So that's how I became a lawyer. You understand? So, and for instance, now how at one school, I always tell my guys there, most of us are really irritating. Most of the people who are shop as a store manager, was saying, hey, you understand? Just because there was an opportunity, never to buy the shop on a never follow a passion, but from a manager. So, make sure you use all the opportunity at that moment and do the best. Even if your career are so clean, but you find yourself cleaning, do the best. You don't know what opportunity will arise by cleaning. So, yes, follow your passion. Follow your interest, but while you are on the route for that, try other things. Another sonally the AI, sonally the Canva, sonally. Government motto aseka ke artistic application because of using the Canva. And I can also only passion depending on how you to sell it. So I can say yes, follow your passion, follow your interest. But make sure wherever you are, whether it's your passion or not, do the best.
So in terms of parents, like how can they support their children? Or that they say finding facing because kana gongwe motswadi a ka batla go kgetha motho ngwana for career itseng hobane e ratwa ke motswadi. So in advice to parents also ha re shaba like batho ba le entrepreneur ba hore bana ba bona ba ka tseba ka dikgwebo tsa bona so that if ba se ba le siko like the legacy khona ho tsela pele. So ho ba le di-challenges tse ngata na go ha bana ba se ka mentality like di-challenges ho ba na le tsona na the affect wa
yeah, that's quite critical for me because I don't want to lie because because we believe that was a good concept, but you find these kids now they don't want that. So so my advice would be as parents, detach the emotions because every day and it's ready to accept either in the relationship, either in the career, whatever it is. Ready. But we born now, we are told you it's around that not the kitchen. and who were now the motswadi kana go ntso o ruta batho gore ba se ba etsa ntwe eno but ngwana ha o ke eno jwang. So the only thing I can tell the parents is how touching a lot of emotions, but re mameleng bana na ba batlang, and then re lekeng ho ba supporta le ka ntwe ba inese according to your values, but o bona ho ke ntwe eo yena a e ratang. Let's support them, and then but re ba ruta se o se tseba ha hola, you never know, because like myself, I'm not a farmer. My father was a farmer, but I realized now when I grew up, I'm starting to love farming. But haneki lapeng, at the age of 13, 14, and people don't even believe it. But they will tell you. My father was known as Matler. So myself and my brother at the very early age. So we keep to them I'm not going to do this when I grow up. And I don't like it. I'm just doing it because my father wants us to do it. But now as I grow up, I find myself loving it. I see my brother so they go back. So really about this kind of introduce to certain things. Now she has passed away. And I remember when my mother. You understand? So kinana bana ba bona ska ba nyahamela ba fe opportunity to buy it into by batlang, but again in a still to believe it can help.
And what keeps you going each and every day? Like what inspires you? Lonzo, also saying, also not had out or follower into the
I think the upbringing, guy and my brother, it was going to have a passion to every morning I want to do something, because high lapeng unusina mutata nanzalutsi fela usina ntwe yetsa. There should be something. Hona di go hona di mutlwanyane, hona le di ho lemwe, hona di kgomo, hona le trekere, hona le something to do. So that thing, it helped me to have a passion to get things done. And as I grow up, I find it easy to who is a dinto. So another thing is, I don't know, the passion, I get motivated by doing something. Again, Kimoto, you understand? Hey, wins a hand. So that thing, I can pull up his, I don't have anything. I've done something. No, I have to do something for myself and to even to inspire other people. So for me, Horata Buhlali, Bono, Horata Chelet, so those things inspires me to go with a dinto. I can't just give man out I don't even like it off. I get scared. I just need to find something to do. I think that's that.
Yeah. What can you say to governments and other stakeholders, the entrepreneurs the stakeholders who solve unemployment crisis, who unemployment crisis in Africa, because the root causes are what
I don't know how to talk to government, but can I tumela hore rona re le bakgethi re le citizen of the country ke rona batho ba more influential to get things done even than the government, because government bana le di interests tsa bona ba tsa dintho bana le di priorities tsa bona, rona ke rona batho ba le seeta se ba chesang. So I think before I can even talk to government, I want to talk to us as a citizen of to say, let's do something, let's keep on doing something. Because but with a supermarket, what, you understand? But is it the same as Kibusi fair high? Let's try. You know, government, if manonali doing something, at least hurry out to the government. Get the government, I have delight supermarket. Please assist me with this something. I think it will be better than I feel like what a government doing to. So for me it will be government to change a perspective, now change the approach. In terms of mesebetsi. I always ask or wonder interview it's not a very easy thing, but because I have interest I come. But I saw it how come I is it comes natural. Bo approach a girl fair. Guys but we still do it. Again, we are school on the first day, it's scary, but we still do it. Hopalama bicycle for the first time, it's scary. You fear, but you still do it. Who apply for your interview, it's kind of a scary, but we still do it. Why would we scared to start a business and not do it? So I always say our inspiration, our aspiration, our interest towards business should be more than our fear, so that we get into it. And so coming to the government, really bebang government bagafumana kapomamela this interview, it would be to say na a lot of bottlenecks kaharana uqala ka bogong hona le basotho ba bangata ba itetseng ba sentse ba qadile beo ka nnete ba lebeletse government ke ba utlwele ba mamele ke ba approach bona na ba thusa jwang. So I would say government be government people focused, engage more people to understand rona tlhoko tsa bona ke difeng ha holo batho ba sentse ba nkile step sa pele e le ho tsebo ho kwa tla kwa re mametse di TV na le ditšhelete na le 400 million na ha o tsebe na e kae be tsala. It's so frustrating. Okay, banking ena o tla ya hona ntho o ya kae stake ha hona ntho jwang le di stakeholder ga tse thusanang na le bo Betco na le bo LNDC na le bo all those things. I know basotho ba bangata ntse ba kokota ka nnete. I would say ba ke ba bule menyako ya bona hahulwanyana hore basotho ba bangata ba kgothalle hore ba tle ba emono le hore department tse sebetsanang le trade ka nnete di ke di mamele sello sa basotho ha ba re hela re pojosa nthina ka bongata re kopa le ke kwa le marogo ka re bona batho ba tswang ka ntle jwa ba kene kgwebometseng a tseba go melao e teng ba tla fumana go implementation of it e ba tla enka nako. If government ka implementa dintho tse sentse di entse, I think life can be better.
Wow. How do you want to be remembered? Ekawa want to ophela kapa outside.
But to be remembered in the phela mostly. I can say na ke ke shile na ba o tla but I really want to be remembered ke le motho mong ala a ikitlaetsa into retail atmosphere, somebody who did his best and somebody who managed to turn the challenges into opportunities. Every time na kelelo ya ka ke bona batho ba lla ka hore ha hona ntse I'm thinking that leg, how can I turn it into opportunity? Nekishebile bacha haba how to apply maso. And I was like, sure, I wish I was here. Nani kile monana ebe ki dutse bo kuninga ne mane batho ba di 200 batho ba bo ma 100,000 or whatsoever. Let's say 100,000 for argument's sake. Hanga fumana opportunity legally ya ho fumana di rand out of them. Ka etsa ntwe kang hiring agency. Now kapa society ya batho ba senang employment. Yole harena employment ha ntse di rand as little as we can, and 100,000. That 100,000 they tla maintain our office setup, the errands tse hlokahalang tsa business and stuff like that. Le ho jole re be set up our government ya tseba hona le society ya batho ba 100,000 na re kopa di thuso re na le re sector ka organization. So nekile CEO ka hana ba was like eish ka motho ka bola hofunyane mo wo so ntso lobby ya batho na guys ha ka leng association la wana ga na mesebetsi re ntse di randa kgwedi le kgwedi e lo go jale ke tse bo tla approach the government. So I want to be remembered of somebody who always wanted to turn the challenges into opportunities.
Why can people find you if to learn more editors how most Facebook, check your Facebook, or share the handles how also a consultancy over but
alright. Gafumane, like you are saying, Facebook, how search Motjopi Molise, you definitely get me. And then, do you know what I can give money WhatsApp only direct 591 93241. Kona muke fumane yang haholo dinomoro tse nono, and then batho ba ka fumana na office ina e re leng ho yona, but mostly ke fumane ya ka di appointment. So how o fumane dinomoro tse ding ke tsa molaetsa ke tla kgona hore jwale re tumellana re na re tsena jwang either nna ke ya di business tsa batho mo e bang ona di challenge teng re tlo solve ditaba tseno. I always believe for ha hona challenge e ke ra solve. So get contact of me, ke available di nomoro tseno di platform tseno tsa Facebook, ke teng le Instagram, even though presence ya ka ha so be kgolaka. Yes.
Thank you so much for being on the Reconnect Podcast TV Show. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
I always say to but we give one lebona but I don't know kala jwang kapo ho etsala jwang. I always say yes, it is quite common not to know but it's always nice to ba le motho a o guide. So hona le maps consulting how we tshwere go kgona go guide ba batho ba qala business. You know what's about Scabali, that on a little job, but what's about on a teacher again, through these processes. Why would you make mistakes? Because I make mistake if you took a avoid or what was Kaufman or singing to get a and then again, but at the Hana Capital Galajam, I always say, remember, value attracts interest. And then interests attract opportunities. Opportunities unlock funding. So if people want value at you, people will invest in you. So try to build yourself, either education, either small businesses, either small employment with help and stuff. You are building a value on yourself. At the end of the day, you are going to attract people who will be interested in you and that can invest. That's me.
Thank you so much. And yeah, we hope to invite you again in the future.
No, I'm always available in that. Don't hesitate. Because Maps Consulting it holaka, ya holaka, kariti pani. So I want to know tonight something ki le available meaning ka se ke mona ki le Dubai. So o sa ndana na le monyetla. So if someone at no conduct anything you need, I'll be available.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.